Hola, I have a book review. Funny story, I have the paper book, but I don't have the paper book back. Is that what I said, paper book? Oh my goodness, I'm tired. It's been a long day. Here we go. So I read Shadowblood by Eva Chase. I was super excited to read it because it looked right up my alley. Also, I don't read summaries because then I can guess where the story's gonna go. So I got the entire series in paperback, and I think I got them right as they came out. Like I was so excited. I was like, oh, I'm gonna read these, and then I never got around to it because I was busy doing other things. But I finally got around to reading it. Let me read you the summary. It's on my screen. So, un momento. I'm kind of almost wanting to be dramatic. We vowed to escape together. I broke that promise. Now the men I love just might break me. It wasn't her fault. There were 6 of us caged, turned into monsters, and tormented with brutal tests of our horrific emerging abilities. We only had each other to count on, until our escape attempt ended with one dead, the others recaptured, and me dragged away to a different nightmare. Now I finally fought my way back to rescue them, except the men I set free are hardened, beastly versions of the devoted boys I remember. They see me as a traitor and a murderer, but they refuse to let me go now that they have me back. They have no idea the greatest threat may be the new darkness that's woken up inside me. I don't know how to control it, and if these men break me, I could destroy us all. I gave this 3.5 stars. I don't give out a lot of 3 stars. 3 stars to me, it's like, it's in the middle, it's okay. I don't care either way. 4 stars, it's like, I liked it. 5 stars is I loved it. 1,000,000 stars is, it is one of my favorite books now. This is 3.5. 3.5 because it didn't live up to what I wanted it to be. I have some complaints and I don't like spice, but anyway, it wasn't enough for me, I guess. So let me start. There are, first off, okay, starts off right out the bat, they're breaking out. She watches one of them die and gets dragged away. The 4 remaining guys, and I should say they're all like bonded by this experience and by this deeper connection that's like more paranormal than anything. It's more supernatural connection. Like they can't be without one another and they are very, very attracted to one another. As in all of them attracted to the girl, not like each other. Anyway, that out of the way. She gets taken and pretty much is stuck in this cage to fight people all the time. Which I was like, okay. Because I was like, ooh, one of the biggest reasons I picked up these books is because it reminded me of my own books when Dead Men Bleed, whenever they have the claws out. I was like, oh, and the ichor, and I was like, wow, that's my Mikey, that's my Zeke. It wasn't. Anyway, she was fighting these people against her will, whatnot, whatever. And then she blacks out and everyone's dead. And then she breaks out right whenever her boys are planning a breakout of their own. To me, that felt a little repetitive, but you know. Also, having so many characters off the bat, 5 characters, without getting to know each one of them beforehand, it made me mix up which guys were which. Especially because they're all broody and all fawning all over her at every moment. And she's fawning all over them at every moment. It's a reverse harem. Probably should have started with that. Anyway, they're all like, we hate you. And we're gonna punish you because you left without us and you betrayed us. Even though the Guardians, I think the Guardians, those are like the guys that tortured them and guarded their cells. Anyway, they tricked all the guys into thinking that she betrayed them. These boys are so mean to her in the beginning. And she's like, oh my gosh, it's okay. I'm gonna prove to them that everything's okay and that I didn't do it on purpose. So I'm gonna stay stoic and I'm gonna take it like a champ. And I'm like, whoa now. No one should be treated that way. And those thoughts of mine are even reflected later in the book whenever a girl, she's like, if you ever need anyone to talk to, I'm here. Please, if you need help, I will help you. Riva, the main character, she's like, oh no, I'm not in any trouble. It's okay. I'm not with any of them, whatever. Because the girl's like, I know what it's like to be in an abusive relationship. And she's like, still, no one should treat you that way. And I'm like, yes, girl. She's right. No one should treat you like this. Girl with spine. Besides that little factor of them being so mean to her, like literally they had her poisoned on purpose and they kept healing her just enough to where the poison wouldn't kill her daily. And then whenever she finally does, they finally are like, oh my gosh, I believe you. It's because she threw herself in front of a train so that she wouldn't destroy them because she was about to lose it and black out again. And then they were like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, we should have believed it. Yeah, the frick you should have. What the crud? No one should be treated that way. No one should be treated that way. And the fact that she didn't stand up for herself, no one stood up for her, not even any of the guys that were even like, oh, well, maybe we should have believed you. Yeah. Yeah, they were always saying, we're blood. they didn't treat her like that. I know that they felt like she betrayed them, but it hurts. And honestly, they didn't even capture my attention until about 70% in. After the spicy stuff, I don't like that stuff. If that's what you read, whatever, I don't care. I just don't like it. That being said, it was easy enough to like skim over, but it got really good toward the end, and I loved the lore. I loved them meeting their creator, all that. It was interesting, and it was cool to learn about that. You didn't learn a ton, which I wish we would have, but we don't learn a ton. But it's still really cool, and there are 5 books in the series, so we're gonna learn a lot more. The way it's written is great. I love the writer's voice. I love Eva Chase's voice. Her dialogue is really natural, and she's really good at expressing tough emotions and describing them. So I appreciate that. I just didn't like the fact that these guys were all like, no, we hate you. And she was like, no, it's okay, you'll love me again. I know it. I just have to prove myself to you. And they're all like, oh my gosh, we're gonna take you to the brink of death until we know that you're not safe. Even if the roles were reversed, even if it was 4 girls and 1 guy, and they're doing that to that 1 guy, I would still feel this way. No one should be treated that way. I've been going on 10 minutes about that. 3-point backstories. I've started the 2nd book, hoping it gets better, learning a lot more. Yeah, I don't know. That's my review of Shattered Vow. And I hope you stay tuned for the 2nd book, because I'm working through it. After I do this series, I plan on moving on to more Curie Taylor books, because I love her books. And they're clean romance. So, yeah, the book's name is Shattered Vow. It's by Eva Chase. If that is something that you're interested in, just because I wasn't super into it doesn't mean you won't be. There are a smattering of 5-star reviews and 1-star and 2-star and all that. So if that's really what you're interested, go ahead and check it out. It's really well written. I might try to check out other books of hers. I have like 2 other series in there. I plan on reading another one of her series this year. It's the Wonderland one, because I'm a sucker for Wonderland. So, but other than that, first book wasn't quite for me until toward the very end. So check it out. Fight scenes are detailed, amazing. I'm gonna go. Links in the description. Thanks for watching.